Okay, here we go. Well, howdy there, Randonauts. So I know, I have not put out a Randonautica video in kind of a while on this channel, and I am sorry, I just haven't really been feeling that connected to Randonautica over the past few weeks, and I don't want to force it, because I know the way the Randonautica app works is if you aren't feeling it, if you're not really aligned with your intention, you're probably not going to get very good points. And so I don't want to BS bad points for you guys when I might not be aligned with the right intentions. But today I am back at it. I am in Golden, Colorado, and I have wanted to do a Randonautica adventure in Golden for a while. I believe it was a commenter actually who mentioned a while ago that I should come to Golden to do a Randonautica, and I was like, how come I never thought of that? Golden is an amazing place. It's like 30 minutes south of Boulder, so it's also along the foothills, but just like a different part of the foothills, and it is so beautiful. I love Golden so much. So today we are in Golden, and I'm in a little bit of a funky mood, honestly. So when I was thinking on the way over here of what intentions I could do, for some reason the first thing that came to me was to have the intention of the worst. The worst what? I don't know. That's up to the Randonautica app to give me something, but I just want to be led to the worst of something. And then depending how this point goes, we'll see what the next point should be. It's just going to be very much a make your own adventure type thing. I mean, it always is, but today is going to be extra that way because normally I kind of plan out all the intentions I might want to do in one video. But in this one, I'm like, we're going to start with the worst, see what happens, and then we will move on. But also, before I get into the point, I was about to pull up the app, but there is an amazing podcast that I am guest speaking, or I guess I was interviewed on it, and it is out today. I believe the same day that this video was come out, the podcast is out, which means I'm going to put a link in the description below, and you can go straight to the podcast after this and watch. I talk a lot about Randonauticas. I also talk about, I think, some personal things that I haven't mentioned fully in my videos about my experience with the Randonautica app. So if you are curious to hear the interview they did with me, a huge black raven just flew over. That was kind of creepy and ominous. But anyway, I'll put a link to that in the description below, but I wanted to mention it now. I'll talk more about it at the end, and they even were nice enough to give me like a sound bite so you can hear a little preview of the podcast, but I'm going to put that at the end of the video. But just get excited, because not only do you get this video for me today, you also get a podcast. Woo! Oh my God. I don't know what I'm on today, but here we go. So, pulling up the Randonautica app, I actually decided to park like pretty much right in the center, what I think of as like the center kind of downtown Golden. I'm right next to the Coors Beer Factory. If you didn't know much about Golden, Coors Beer started here in Golden. And so yeah, I'm kind of in that area. So I'm just going to put in my intention of the worst and see what kinds of weird things are going to happen. All right, here we go. The worst. The worst. The worst. Ooh, interesting. Okay. This is what I'm seeing so far. So obviously there's a road down here. This is just my first impression, and then there's it's in some sort of middle of nowhere wildernessy area, but I don't know. We might be driving a little bit. This is up into the mountains. Okay, so here we go. Here's my little blue dot here. I'm in town, and then we're right at the foothills here, so the mountains are up here. So but maybe this isn't that far of a drive as it looks. So we're gonna start driving and see what could possibly be over there. I'm really, really curious. So let's go. Before I take off though, I want to show you, this has been my beautiful view the whole time I've been filming my little intro. I am right under the M. I think that M is for the college here. I don't remember, but this is a really cute little park. So I just wanted to show you how cute it is. So it's kind of a beautiful, stormy, cloudy day here in Colorado. It has not been warm. It is mid-May at the moment that I'm filming this, and it's still, yeah, it's just been cold, and I'm not a fan, but I also know that this probably means we're gonna have a really hot summer, because when we have these long, rainy, almost like coldish springs, it almost always means we're in for a really long, dry, hot summer. Fellow Coloradans, tell me if I'm right, because I feel like if we get like a warm spring where it's too warm too quickly, then we actually have a really rainy, stormy summer. So I predict that will not happen this summer. But anyway, so we're coming up into the canyon. This actually really isn't that far up. At first when I saw the dot, it looked as if it was like miles and miles up this canyon, but it's not. There's some weird construction going on, and I think I actually kind of know, because it looked like the spot was like almost near, like right at a pull-off, and I almost feel like I have an idea of what this pull-off might be, because this is actually a like a side canyon road that I like to take a lot if I'm going up into the mountains. Like if you see this sign right here, it says Idaho Springs is only 19 miles away. It's one of my favorite places to go, and I always take this road as opposed to I-70 because it's just prettier. I-70 is like a full-on mountain highway, and it's just can be really stressful because people run really fast, but it's still in the mountains and it's just, you know, scary. So I like this. It's more peaceful, it's beautiful, it's like a windy, beautiful trail, but also you can get stuck behind someone slow like I am. Although I guess that's kind of okay for me right now because we're just taking a scenic Randonautica drive looking for whatever is the worst at this point. I am so curious. I'm really glad we're going up into the mountains actually, because when I sorry, I got distracted. When I thought about doing this today, I really wanted to be in the mountains. So thank you, Randonautica, for aligning with my earlier intention of getting up into the hills a little bit. So, oh, we're getting blurry. Why are we getting blurry? Get ready, guys. It's a tunnel. Hold your breath. Did you guys make it? Oh my gosh. That's what we did as kids. Whenever we went through a tunnel on our mountain drives. Why is it so blurry? Oh my goodness. There we go. You have to hold your breath when you go through a tunnel. This is so beautiful. I'm kind of loving, because it's been so rainy, it's made everything a lot more green than it normally would be here in Colorado. It's usually just so dry here that obviously things do grow, but right now they're just like super green. Maybe we can get a little bit of the river here. Oh my goodness, this is just gorgeous. Oh, truck, you are like in my lane. What are you doing? What the heck? What was that? Drunk truckers or something. I hope this thing about the worst isn't gonna turn out to be an experience, because a lot of the time when I do Randonautica, I'll end up having kind of an experiential version of my intention, either like on the way to the point or at the point. So I don't want the worst to be like I get hit by a truck and die, because that would be the worst. But we're gonna knock on wood that that's not what's gonna happen here. So yeah, I think we're getting close. So I'm gonna start looking at my phone just to make sure I haven't passed it. I'm sure we haven't, but let me just make sure. Waterfall. That guy had to take a picture of it. I would have done the same. So we are getting close. I thought it was kind of around this bend, but now I'm doubting myself. Okay, it's around like 2 bends. So I hope you guys are enjoying this mountain drive. I'm actually so glad that we are driving up here. It's just, this is therapy to me. Just driving in the mountains, especially when it's like kind of an intense sort of green, or when it's kind of rainy, just when there's like an intense looming energy in the mountains, it always feels like really therapeutic to be up in them. Okay, I feel like we're getting close. Let me check one more time. All right, we truly are. So around this bend, I don't know, I hope there's gonna be somewhere to park, but around this bend, it's on the right. Oh, there's someone behind me. Oh my God, they probably hate me. Okay, oh my gosh, this is it. This is exactly what I thought this was. Okay. Okay, yes. Can I turn over? Oh gosh, okay, I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry. Okay, wow. This is interesting that there's like a weird, creepy trailer over there. Oh my gosh, and you know, I just realized I should actually have parked by the trailer. Okay, so all these speeding cars going by, we're gonna remedy my parking situation and go up there because the point needs to be, I need to be up there. Okay, whoa, I am now that I'm like right next to it, I am really creeped out because I believe this is a legit mining operation they have going on here. There is this big camera that is this lovely thing right here. It is obviously a big surveillance camera that's surveilling this area. They obviously don't want people like going up there. And then this trailer that I've now parked next to is obviously for whoever the construction, I'm assuming people. But at the same time, as I was saying, as I drove up, I've driven past this a lot. I've always kind of noticed it on the side of the road, but just in passing, like I've never like been curious about it. But now that I've parked here, I don't think anyone's really been like fully over here for a while. I don't know, but I just get like I'm getting a lot of weird vibes now. I'm really kind of creeped out. I know I need to walk up there. There's even a trail in the point. I'll show you what the point is. So we are obviously parked right here. This is the little trail you guys could see. And then this is like, I guess the mining operation. And technically the point is up here higher on the hillside, which I actually don't think is accessible. I really feel like this is like, I'm looking at it now, it is like a legit hillside, like a mountainside. So, but what I can do is walk around here, but I'm a little bit nervous because as I said, there's a lot of surveillance. It's just really odd. I mean, I guess, because as I said, it feels almost semi-abandoned, but there still is this giant security camera thing that I don't know if it works or not. It looks like it works. I don't know. The vibes here though are weird. So we just need to get out and explore, because the more I sit here, the more I'm going to get freaked out and not want to do it. So let's get out and explore the semi-abandoned mine, and remember that our intention is the worst. So something about this mine is terrible, apparently, and in what way I don't know. Maybe the people who own it do bad things. I don't know. Let's just get out and see if we can find something. Well, this actually looks promising in that the sign on the gate, well, one, the gate is wide open, so that's nice. And then the sign says this is open space. So maybe this isn't an operational, oh my gosh, maybe this really is a park now. Look, it says that the park is like open. Okay, so maybe this isn't bad. Sorry, there's so many, I'm right obviously on the side of the busy highway. This is still weird. Let's kind of look at this trailer because this is what makes me think they're doing some sort of like covert mining or something. So let's see, what is this all about? Watch somebody just like pop out. Okay, something about employment in Colorado. Okay, so it's just all the laws about employment in Colorado, so I don't care about that. So obviously someone works here in this trailer. But the fact that this is, oh my gosh, why are cars so loud? Anyway, the fact that this is labeled on the gate as if it's just open space, that makes me feel more comfortable, like I'm not gonna get murdered. But maybe I will get murdered because people get murdered in open space too, so I don't know. But it is kind of pretty. The traffic is actually what is causing me the most anxiety because the noise of the traffic is really not pleasant. Okay, do you see any mountain lions yet? No, okay, good. That would be the worst for sure. What have I gotten myself into? What is that? Okay, it's a stick. I'm freaking myself out. That's what I always do on these things. I just like way overhype myself. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's just take a little pause in this little meadow and see what's going on. Okay, this is interesting. This looks like usually there's like water running down there, but there isn't right now. And then this is also really creeping me out, this like hole in the whatever this is, this like sand rock. Like there's obviously some sort of animal that lives in there. But look how beautiful the mountains are around here though. So gorgeous. There's my car down there. Just remembering I didn't tell anyone what I was doing today, so that's also the worst. So let's really hope I survive. Okay, we gotta go higher. That's what I'm thinking. Whoa, I just realized that as I put my camera down, there's actually a giant hole. Okay, oh my gosh, what is this? There's a giant hole. Okay, I don't know what this is. It's just like a gully filled with trash. Is that the worst? Maybe. This definitely is like some sort of flood runoff or something. Obviously right now it's not flooding, but anyway, okay, let's keep going. Also just want to give you a little update of where I am in relation to the point. And I'm realizing the point itself is so not accessible. Like, it is far enough away, it's far enough up there that we're not going to get to it. But what I've learned is that it's not really the point itself. Like, it's not exactly the point itself that's super important. It's often what's around the point. Like, the point itself is the center of everything around it, you know? So we're going to just look around. So as I was kneeling there, oh God, thunder. Oh my God, that scared the crap out of me. I realized there's like this gross bag with like old food or something in it. And there's like gross, I don't even want to get that close to it because it really looks gross and I'm worried it could be even grosser than I think. But there's like weirdly a penny also right there, if you can see that. There's so many weird vibes up here. Obviously people come up here and do weird stuff. I don't know if that was like a picnic that went gross. I don't know, but don't leave your food in the wilderness, people. And the thunder is starting and that's making everything extremely ominous. So we've got a lot of broken bottles and like old trash bags and stuff. So obviously a lot of weird stuff happens up here. But so this is the level I'm at now where it looks like some sort of old mine operation. You can even see, if you can see way up there, I almost see like a concrete area maybe. But usually in Colorado when you see stuff like this where the mountain has been obviously like torn apart and it looks like this, it usually is a sign that there was like some mining done here. So it obviously is not recent, but it's here. And then the point is like gonna be, we're not gonna get to because I just, I'm too freaked out and it's also way inaccessible, but it's like kind of over this, I believe, like kind of on the other side of this. So so let's follow up the trail like a little bit more and see what's going on. I'll give you a little roundabout view of where I am. It's really annoying being right by the road because the cars, like the noise of the cars also makes things loud and just like anxiety producing. But the water is pretty down there. Thunder is scary. I didn't really realize we were gonna get thunderstorm today. I knew it was like cloudy and like potentially drizzly, but did not know we were gonna get a thunderstorm. Oh, but I see some Indian paintbrush up here. That is my favorite mountain wildflower is Indian paintbrush. And this is the first I've seen this whole season. Usually it's not fully blooming until June. But we've got some right now, which is really cool. That's the first I've seen. So cool. Okay, I hate this trail. There's something about it that is just so not friendly. But we gotta keep going, so we're gonna go a little bit farther. I also just feel like there's gonna be like a freaking mountain lion. It's gonna jump out at any moment. Usually I'm more afraid of encountering people than I am of like animals or ghosts, but right now I'm definitely, for some reason, really freaked out by animals. Okay, I hope I'm not giving you guys motion sickness, but I'm sorry. I've gone back to using this camera as the main like camera I do for this because I got this other camera. It's on a gimbal, but the sound on that camera, what is that? I just heard like a bird or something, but it was a weird bird. The sound on that other camera, doesn't matter what mic I use, doesn't matter what I do, the sound really, really sucks. And I'm so frustrated because the image is cool and it keeps everything a lot more stable. But the sound sucks so much that I'm gonna stick with this for now, even though I know the image is not as stable. But whatever, what is this? There's so much weird trash. Like, who brings like a cut up like tube up here? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you wouldn't have that up here unless you were doing weird stuff. Okay, so this trail kind of goes on for a while. You can see it goes on back there for a while. I am just really wondering why this is the worst. It's making me a little freaked out. I do get the impression that weird things happen up here. Like, this is where people come to do bad things. Maybe bodies have been dumped here. I hope not. But, and this whole like mining vibe, like scars on the land vibe, is not very friendly. But then there's like all this beauty around it. Like, the natural beauty is so interesting. So I don't know, but I'm ready to go back. The thunder is more ominous, and the trail doesn't look like I'm gonna see much else except what I'm already seeing. So let's just bail, because that's what I'm good at. Okay, here we go. Going back down the trail. For once, I did wear the appropriate footwear though, which is kind of cool. I often am wearing like totally BS footwear. Today I actually wore hiking boots. I didn't even know I was going to be led up here, but I wore my hiking shoes, so smart. Go Genevieve, you win. So I just took a moment to kind of take in, I guess, more of like the sights and sounds going on here, just to get like maybe like a deeper hit on like what kind of energy might be existing here. God, the lightning or the thunder is like so ominous, and it truly did not start until I got up here. Anyway, I realized that because I didn't specify the worst of what, I realized that the worst could really be so many things. Like, this could be the worst hiking trail or something, or this could be the worst like scar on the mountain. This could be the worst, like, so many different things. That, what is that? Okay, it's nothing, it's just a rock. I'm like seeing things. Or it could just be like the worst experience for Genevieve. It could be the worst thunderstorm. It could be like so many things. So so now I'm seeing that it could be so many things, and I'm gonna have to process, as I always need to do with these things. I have to like process like what is really going on here. But it's definitely some potent energy, that's for dang sure, especially with this weird thunder that is happening, and the creepy bag that's right over there that looks like it's filled with like, I don't even know. We're not going back over there though, because it looked like some sort of weird sacrifice or something, and I'm not just can't do that today. Not today, not for YouTube, not doing it. Well, that was good timing, because right as I got into my car, the rain started. Well, that was weird, and makes me question my choices in terms of why did I want to do the worst? Why? I feel like my wish was kind of answered though, in that it wasn't the worst and that I didn't die and I wasn't horribly traumatized, but at the same time there's something about this area that is weird, and I don't fully know why. The weird semi-abandoned like trailer thing right here, and then the trail. There's so many amazing trails in Colorado, and most of them don't feel creepy. Some of them definitely do, but there's something about the quality of this trail that just feels like people aren't coming here just to like have a hike. I feel like people that come here are here to like fuck shit up, and excuse my language. So there's definitely a weird energy, and I guess it's the worst that the Randonautica app could lead me to today. But maybe we should try to do another point from right here and see if we get something good. It is really raining now. I'm so lucky I came back to the car when I did. But I am keeping my old radius, so it might take us back into town, which would be totally fine by me, because then I could show you more of Golden and not just the mountains. But I am going to have my next intention be... Oh, this was something else I thought of today, which has nothing to do with the worst. But this other intention I thought of today was the intention of letting go. That is one that I've definitely not done, and I haven't done anything like it, I don't think. So I think that would be super cool to do. Nothing to do with the worst, but that's okay. So yeah, so let's do the intention of letting go and see if it leads us to anything with that. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Whoa! Okay, I think, I'm not sure yet. This was like a super cool point. Also, kind of in the mountains off of a road, and I think, I'm not sure yet, but I think this is the road that goes up to Buffalo Bill's grave above Golden. It is a super cool scenic road, very twisty, windy, and that's why, because I can see the road in the picture, it's very twisty, windy, and so it might be the same road. And oh my gosh, so if this point is there, it's also right on the side of the road, so we don't have to walk very far, so that's awesome. So I'm super excited. Let's head on over there in the rain and see what this is all about. Goodbye, creepy mine trail, whatever this was. Did not give me good happy feelings. The rain is real, y'all, and it's hailing a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is kind of a little bit scary. I'm not going to tape for very long, but also I just have to mention we've been having a ton of rock slides in the mountains in Colorado this spring because of all of the wet weather. It's causing a lot of rocks to shift and fall on the road, and it's a little bit scary, so I'm just going to concentrate on driving, and yeah, I'll see you at the point. So oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I just realized from the directions and where I'm at right now that this totally is the Buffalo Bill Road, or what I call the Buffalo Bill Road. The rain is so bizarre. It is like, it'll stop and then it starts up again. So I just had to get my excitement on camera because I'm excited where I'm taking you. So beautiful and ominous. So this road, it starts out when you're still in town, is this kind of neighborhood area, and as you'll see, it turns into this crazy cool, very windy, steep road. Not really recommended for those who are really freaked out by heights or just having to be on a narrow road in a high space. I already have some really interesting kind of emotional thoughts on why I might be led to this point. So I'll talk about that when we get up there, but because who knows, also, like, there could be something really interesting at this point that I don't even know about yet. But anyway, the clouds are so cool. This is so cool, whatever these weird freaky towers are that I think have been at the start of this road, like, kind of forever. Okay, bump, okay. These towers mark the start of the actual trail, road trail? I don't know, but here we go. We're getting into like the windy, crazy, oh, the graffiti says ghost. Interesting, I just noticed that. You see what I'm talking about? We just started and it's already, you can tell, a bit of a drop off on the, what am I doing? The right, oh my God, the right side. And then kind of just like a windy interestingness on the left side. There's a trail that I've never been on. That's obviously pretty popular because the few times I've been up here, there's always lots of cars there. But look, can you kind of see the view already? So freaking cool. This is just an amazing road for views. Oh my God, you can see the valley down there. So cool. You don't even need to get very high up on this mountain thing before the views just get really, really gorgeous really quickly. So of course, as the rain and hail starts to pick up again, we're getting close to the point, and I'm really worried it's a point where I can't pull off. So, oh, there's a pull off, but I don't want to pull over yet. I want to see what's going on here. Okay, so wonderful. This literally is the point, the most narrow, but also the most beautiful view part of this road. You can't see very well because it's rainy and foggy, but it's a total drop off right there, and the rain is just totally picked up again. But I do know where to pull off. If you can even hear me over all the hail, it's coming up here, so we're gonna pull off there. And I'm going to tell you a little story and we'll watch the rain together. Oh, wow. Yep, that's hail in my car. Whew. Okay, I don't want to get the camera too wet, so maybe let's roll that up again for a smidge. So it feels like the rain and the hail is starting to die down a little bit. It feels so magical up here, you guys. Like I feel emotional for the story I'm about to tell you, but also just because of how beautiful it feels up here right now. I can't even tell you, like the rain over the hillside and how green it's making everything, and just like the intensity of the rain. It just feels really, really just potent and magical. But I have got a little bit of a, I guess, idea of why I might have been led up here. First of all, as I said, the point itself is at the part of the road where it's super, super narrow. There's absolutely, oh my God, huge lightning. That was kind of scary. But it's at this part where it's super, super narrow. You can't pull over at all. And on, oh my God, the thunder. So on the right, with the drop-off side, it's like this, you're right on the edge of the canyon. It's this huge, amazing view. And as we go back down, which I'm gonna wait a little bit to hopefully wait out the rain a bit, I'm gonna try to show you as we drive past like what the view at that point looks like. So it's an amazing view. So to be matched with letting go, it kind of makes sense that you'd be led to this, like, well, one, a narrow passageway where it's like you have no choice but to let go. You just have to trust you're in this narrow passageway. You've got to let go. But then it like overlooks this like huge, beautiful expanse of the canyon. And that just seems like the perfect symbolism for letting go. But that on its own is amazing. But then let's marry it with a little bit of a personal story I have to tell, because as we know, the Randonautica app, it is very personalized to the person using it. So it's not just your intention, it's also you as a person and what your energy is like, what your personal history is like. It will lead you to points that are often intertwined with you as a person. So last week, exactly a week ago, it was Mother's Day here in the United States, and I was gonna film this video that day. I drove to Golden. I had every intention of filming this Randonautica that Sunday. But I was so in a weird place emotionally. I cried the entire drive from Boulder to Golden. I was listening to a lot of Fleetwood Mac songs and just crying, and I just couldn't get it together. Like, I got here and I was like, there is no part of me that wants to be on camera right now. I don't want to do this. And so instead, I made a drone video that was actually here. I drove up here. I don't know why, but I just drove up. I went all the way up to Buffalo Bill's grave, which is super cool. If you haven't been there, if you're in the area, it's really cool to go up and see Buffalo Bill. There's a museum for him up there. It's really cool. I was right here and I stopped and I did this cool drone video. I put it, I'll link it here because it's on YouTube now. And that felt much more cathartic for me to do than to film this very video that I'm making now. And so because that day I was so emotional because it was Mother's Day. I don't have moms anymore. Both my grandmother and my mom have passed away. Anyone who's watched a lot of videos on this channel, I've made a few different videos where I've referenced them, or I've made a really cool video where I actually was led to their house from when my mom was a kid. That still freaks me out to this day. I can't believe it. And so the fact that my intention is letting go, and I'm led back to where I was so emotional just a week ago, is like, whoa, maybe something is telling me to let go of a lot of the stuff I was processing last week. So whoa, this has been a wild ride, guys. It's still raining, it's still thundering. I should just like show you, but the fact that the first point was like a horror show, and I felt like having the intention of the worst was literally the worst, and it led me to this place that did feel weird. It felt like the worst of whatever it was. And then to have this other intention that has nothing to do with that one. I've never made a video quite like this, because usually I try to keep intentions like a same theme for a video. So if we're doing creepy intentions, like it's a creepy intention video. But this one, I kind of like that we had creepy things going on, and then I've had this like crazy emotional experience with it that, yeah, I just can't even explain. But it's just really cool to be here in the rain and even the hail and just see this amazing view. And I hope you guys can see it on the camera as well as I am feeling it right now. So the rain is really slowing down. Now you can see the mountains over there a lot more clearly because the rain and fog isn't quite as thick. So I think I'm gonna take a chance and start driving down the canyon and try to show you the cool, amazing view that is at the point that we were assigned for this letting go intention. Okay guys, so this is it. So we're about to enter the narrow part. So it's this part. And I'm gonna try to stop in the middle of the road. There's no one behind me. You can see it's super narrow. There's nowhere to pull over. You can't get anywhere over there. And then over here is like this amazing drop-off view. So it really is like just the narrow part of the road. I wish that wall wasn't there. But you can see just all the way down into the town of Golden down there. We'll see a little bit more as we keep going down. Oh, here's a car. Hello. It's a narrow road, guys. This is why if you have family that you secretly hate and you vacation with them here and you know they don't like heights, just drive them up here. Oh my God, look at this amazing sunspot. Anyway, drive them up here. You will give them a heart attack and it'll be hilarious for you, not so much for them. Oh my God, it's so cool because the sun is starting to come out down there. Oh great, now I got people behind me. So this moment is not gonna last, but so freaking cool. Golden is just so freaking beautiful, guys. I highly recommend, if you're in Colorado or you wanna visit Colorado, come to Golden. Have some beer at the Coors Beer Factory. Go on up to Buffalo Bill's grave. It is awesome. The podcast that is out today that you can go listen to right now is called Spectrum of Perception Podcast, and it's by these two guys. They are so fun to talk to. They're so genuine and nice. They just started this podcast, and I think it's going to be really successful just because of how well these guys are doing it. And so I will link it via Spotify, and then I'll also put like an Apple podcast link down there too. So whatever your choice is for your podcast listening. I'm in 2 episodes, so this one that's out right now is the first part, and then the next part I think comes out in a couple weeks. So you get to listen to me twice on their podcast, and I talk about Randonautica and also like some personal things with my experiences with it. So I would love it if you guys gave it a listen and then just, got to know me better and were entertained, I hope. What am I doing with my hands today? I don't really know what to do. I have these red nails that I'm loving, and they even match my shirt, which is so nice. So I'm just like showing them off. The last thing I'll say is if you really like me and you can afford to support my lifestyle. I cannot say that with a straight face. If you really like me and you would like to buy me a cup of coffee, not support my lifestyle that is not in any way lavish, but if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, I have a Ko-Fi account, so I will link that in the descriptions below as well. So you can go, say hi, and it really does help me a lot. I really do appreciate you guys that have bought me a coffee there. It means a lot to me. And I will see you guys very soon with another Randonautica video. I will try not to stay away from this for as long as I did this time. So thank you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
So, Genevieve, as an avid randonaut, would you say you're well versed in what Randonautica is and what it's made for?
Yeah, I honestly just kind of jumped in with both feet when I heard about this app. I think it was about June of 2020. And I heard about it in the way that a lot of people heard about it, I think, and that like there were all these teenagers on TikTok, finding dead bodies or being led to murder. And so I
I
heard that and I
remember
was like, whoa,
that.
this sounds, yeah, that's how I found out about it.